If you want to build muscle, burn fat, and just get in damn good shape, then click the link in this bio and learn how you can inquire about my online coaching. Now let's get to the video. If you're not keeping a training log, then you're seriously shooting yourself in the foot when it comes to building muscle. Ask any serious lifter and they'll tell you that keeping a workout log is a crucial aspect of their training. For me, keeping a training log is non-negotiable. I write down every single set, every single rep, and every single exercise I do in every single of my sessions. I even write down how I'm feeling on the day. So do I have a lot of energy? If I don't have energy, if I have any aches and pains in certain parts of my body, and even if my targeted muscle is getting stimulated enough. Everything gets written down with my training. Many beginners don't keep training logs or are even just unaware that such thing exists. But to put it bluntly, if you just go in the gym and wing it every single time and don't write any of this down, that's a surefire way of making no substantial gains and looking the same year after year. Like I've said many times before, progressive overload is the king when it comes to building muscle, and you have to be very anal with your progressive overload. Trying to remember all of the reps, sets and exercises you did last time simply isn't going to cut it. Leaving your training up to guesswork, trying to remember what you've done, is probably the worst thing you can do when it comes to your programming. For myself, I have quite a bad memory, so I struggle to remember the exact sets and the exact reps and the exact weight that I lifted on the last session. Hence why for me, a training log is a fundamental part of my training. Progressive overload works by increasing your lifts by minor increments. Adding 2.5 kilo to the bar each time is one way, but also another equally effective way is adding reps to your sets. Most of the time, your progressive overload will look something like this. Monday, you did 3 sets of 10 reps, 8 reps, and 7 reps. And then Thursday, you did 3 sets of 11 reps, 8 reps and 7 reps. That's a very small increase in tonnage as you only did 1 extra rep on that Thursday than you did to Monday, but that is how progressive overload works. Many minor increments in your strength that over a long course of time lead to a great increase in strength. Now you can imagine having that progression scheme of multiple exercises in your sessions, then coming into the gym and trying to remember all of the exact reps that you've done. It's a massive pain in the ass and it's not going to work out. And that is where training logs come in to fix that problem. Another reason is the motivation that training logs give you. When you look back 6 months ago, what you was lifting, and you can see how much stronger you have gotten, it's almost like a surreal feeling. I know this has happened to me many of times and I almost don't believe it, how much stronger I've gotten, even though it's written right there in front of me. No matter who you are, we all struggle with motivation from time to time. We're all human. But training logs, looking into it and seeing how much you've progressed over the months can give you that little extra push to keep going in your training, to get you one step closer to your goals. In terms of what you should use for your training logs, don't download the training log apps or let alone buy them. That's a complete waste of money. I've found them to be very overcomplicated for no reason and just kind of a pain in the ass to use. So either write it down in a notepad or use the notepad app on your phone. In my opinion, the notepad app is vastly superior to writing your stuff down on a bit of paper. You always have your phone on you 24/7, so you won't lose it, forget it, or misplace it. You can edit the notes on your phone as much as you like, and then you can even upload them to your computer or iCloud. And also, walking around the gym with a piece of A4 paper and a pen, it just looks kind of goofy. Now, you shouldn't care what people think about you in the gym. I know this, of course, but you have to admit, when you see those guys rolling around the gym and they've got a big A4 piece of paper like on a notepad and their pen and they're writing all their stuff down and that, it looks kind of goofy, man. So just use the notepad app on your phone. It looks a lot better and it's more efficient. In terms of what you should write down in your training log, literally everything. Every single exercise, every set, every rep, how you're feeling on your reps. Do you feel good or bad on that day? Do you have energy? Do you have not a lot of energy that day? Any aches or pains? Literally anything you can think of when it comes to your training. You want to use your training log almost as a diary that's specifically tailored towards the gym only. And be brutally honest with yourself in your training log. So if you aim to get 5 reps on an exercise, you manage to get 4 reps and you fail halfway through that last 5th rep, don't write down 5 reps. Write 4 reps or at the most write 4.5 reps and that you failed the last rep. Be brutally honest with yourself so you can accurately gauge how much progress you are making in the gym. There's no point lying to yourself because you're not going to get any extra gains. You're just going to feel a little bit better, But when you try and repeat that weight and think, shit, I've got less reps than I did last time, when you actually haven't, you've got the same amount of reps, it's just going to cause more problems down the line. So be brutally honest with what you write down in your training log. And one last tip, make sure you write down the date of when you train. It just makes it easier when you backlog and look over what you've done. When you're trying to figure out how long you've been doing an exercise for or how long you've been training for, it just makes things a lot easier. I've made this mistake many of times. I haven't written the date down and then I'm kind of clueless to how long I've been doing an exercise for. And that's all I have to say on that topic. If you're not currently keeping a training log, then start doing it. It's virtually no effort and it takes no time at all. And it just makes your training that much better of a quality. So with all that being said, try it out for yourself and see you go from there. Till next time, peace.